Imagine someone hands you a set of blueprints. They tell you to spend decades building a massive, heavy-duty storm shelter in a world where it has never rained. This was Noah's reality. If we think of God as a master architect looking down at a failing job site, he was searching for just one person willing to follow his plans to fix it. To everyone else watching, this builder looked completely out of his mind. But from the architect's perspective, he was the only one making any sense at all. The world was a mess, spinning into chaos where people only looked out for themselves, leading to constant violence. The architect could have scrapped the project. Instead, he offered a rescue plan, handing perfect blueprints to a world that didn't deserve them. Noah didn't get these plans because he was a flawless superhuman hero. He simply accepted the gift that everyone else was ignoring. The solution always starts with the architect, but for the story to change, it requires a builder willing to actually pick up the plans. Noah was willing to pick them up because of how he lived every day. While the people around him followed their own immediate impulses, Noah took a different path. He lived as if he were constantly checking in with the architect, letting that one voice guide his every move and decision throughout the day. For Noah, God wasn't a weekend hobby. He was the absolute center of gravity for his life, keeping his work, family, and social interactions in a stable orbit. As the rest of society drifted away, Noah intentionally pulled closer, anchoring himself to that center. This daily habit of listening is what made him uniquely prepared to handle a project that didn't make sense to anyone else. You can imagine the pressure of his environment. Every thought and imagination of the culture surrounding him was bent towards something destructive. Most people eventually blend into their surroundings. It's natural to become like the people we spend the most time with. Noah resisted that pull. He had a specific defense. He cared more about the architect's opinion than he worried about being the odd one out. He held the architect's standard in higher regard than anything the crowd shouted. When he weighed the opinions of the public against the architect's word, the word of God carried all the weight. True resilience against a corrupt culture happens when you value the approval of the ultimate judge over the applause of the immediate crowd. That resilience was put to the test when the architect warned Noah of a coming disaster, a catastrophe that had no historical precedent. There was no physical proof. No one had ever seen a rainstorm of that magnitude, and there was no evidence that a global flood was even possible. Ancient records point to one specific reason Noah kept going. He was entirely convinced by the architect's word, even when his eyes told him something different. The rest of the world demanded proof before they would act, but Noah only needed the word of the architect. That single choice separated him from everyone else. Right up until the first drop of rain fell, the world saw a man building a useless boat on dry land, but God saw a partner. Noah's story gives us a look at what it means to live with real conviction. It means accepting a plan you didn't earn, centering your life around the architect every day, and building your future on his word long before the proof arrives. Our world today is just as loud and full of competing opinions as the one Noah lived in, which leaves us with a question. As you look at the structure of your life, whose plans are you using to build it?